Alright, hi you guys. I have a fantastic video for you, something that super important, something that helped me in the beginning of my journey, throughout my journey healing my eczema using diet, exercise, and cleansing. This was a physical intervention, something that helped me cope with really itchy nights, really inflamed skin, unpresentable skin to be honest, and it helped me just go on with my day, go on with my life. So it was a really great coping mechanism. So in the very beginning, it was like winter time. It was like around January. So it was a little bit easier to do that. And now we're going into winter again. So it shouldn't be too hard for people to do this. But even if it's summertime and you're watching this, it's totally doable. Number one is creating a barrier between you and your skin, especially your arms, especially your legs, if that's where you've got eczema. I think that the barrier not only physically you don't see the eczema, it's like out of sight, out of mind, you don't worry about it, you don't look at it, but number two, it keeps you from scratching it, it keeps you from tearing at it, and it also keeps you from having a skin-to-skin contact, and that moisture can kind of irritate it, it can keep it from drying out and from repairing, so having some sort of layer of fabric there is going to help also speed up recovery slightly. So what I got were one of these breathable shirts, but in long sleeve, because I had eczema all up the sleeve of my arm. And I got them in white so that they were sort of a neutral color, and I took them to Brazil. So if I can do it in Brazil, you could do it anywhere. I took it to Brazil, and the benefit of that was that it was also sun protectant. It kept me cool, because if I sweat, this material is very quick to evaporate the sweat, so even if you're wearing a long sleeve, you're not overheating. And number three, it was very comfortable to sleep in. It's a kind of fabric that it just moves softly over your skin. It doesn't irritate it, doesn't get a little bit weird like cotton can sometimes, or any other materials like wool. This one was a lifesaver. I'll put up a picture of the one that I got exactly. I'll fold this one up. So that was number one. These are in order of importance. The second one was a slightly warmer fabric. This is called a waffle iron t-shirt. This one I got as a gift, and this one kept me warm at night. This one keeps me warm at night. And this one, when I had the most severe eczema back maybe 3 or 4 months ago, probably more, like 5 months ago, I would wear this, and this very thick fabric just felt like it was just covering my body. It was protecting my skin. It felt like I didn't have to deal with it, and I felt physically it's you have to pull up the shirt to scratch at it. So when you have that there, it's sort of a deterrent. So I noticed when I wore it, I didn't scratch as much. If I wore just a plain t-shirt, I would scratch a lot more. So that kind of helps. I would highly recommend one very soft long sleeve sweater or t-shirt essentially. It's a cross between a sweater and a t-shirt. So that was number two. Number three, this one's more of a winter time thing, or like a fall or spring, not so much a summertime, is having a nice pair of sweatpants or soft pants. This one, I even think about this now because I still have eczema in my knees. If you could see the tops are still a little bit. If the weather is slightly cool, or even if it's just balmy, like you could wear shorts, I would still recommend wearing the long pants, because it'll get behind your knees. So that, again, there's no skin-to-skin contact. Like when you're sitting, the back of your knee is touching your thigh. That's going to cause some moisture. It's going to cause maybe some eczema irritation. And you want to avoid that as much as you can, just until your skin starts to heal and repair to the point where these aren't problems anymore. Still a problem for me 7-8 months. So, might as well still do it. I'm still wearing shorts right now, but I notice if I am having a flare-up, if I am having problems, instead of scratching, instead of doing something else, instead of putting lotion on, I'll take the shorts off, put on the sweatpants, and just wait it out so that the itching goes down, so that there's no more irritation of the skin. That's number three. And number four, I have 5. Number 4 would be a nice pair of thin, breathable, you see the fabric is very, very thin, breathable pajamas. Get any type you have. I have like 2 or 3. All of them are pretty thin materials, and they don't I mean, they ride up when you're sleeping in bed, but it's certainly a lot better than wearing like shorts or briefs to bed, because again, it prevents you from reaching to your skin and trying to tear it up. The more you can cover up and create a barrier between you and your skin, the more it's going to help you psychologically. Number two, it's going to help you physically, because now you're not touching your skin and your skin is not touching skin. So that was number three. And number four, the last one, I use this even in the summertime when I was doing exercises, like I was doing running and cycling. I chose to wear these long, like very thin type breathable leggings, or even insulated winter type undergarments. And even when it was 80 degrees outside, I was wearing this biking, and it's breathable. You don't sweat, you're not gonna faint from heat exhaustion. This with the long sleeve breathable white shirt, and I got to do all my exercise. I got to enjoy my summer. I got to have sun protection without having to worry about the eczema. So I'm telling you, it's not only great for you psychologically, it's good for your skin, because now you don't have that contact and you don't have that urge to reach out and scratch it and bother it. So number two would be some sort of a thermal legging, but usually they're polyester, very thin fabric, so they're only going to keep you warm if you have another layer on top of it. If you're only wearing this, it's going to act as a very breathable pair of pants, essentially. And I wore these under shorts, and I went running. I wore these by themselves, and I went biking. So fantastic material. I hope this helps you guys. I hope it gives you some sort of a physical coping mechanism for really bad times with eczema. Honestly, the longer that you're eating whole foods, plant-based diet, low in fat, and the longer you stay consistent, and the more consistent you are, like the less that you let yourself slip up, you're just going to heal quicker and quicker. And the more you exercise, the more you dry brush, things are just going to have rapid improvement. And it might be bad in the beginning as things are clearing out of your body, as things are coming to the surface and just basically getting out. But rapid healing happens after all that detoxification. It happened to me at about the 8-month mark. It could happen to you at the 6-month mark. It could happen to you at the 12-month mark. It could happen even later on. The point is that it's so much easier to decide to heal your eczema and, you know, jump on the ride for, let's say, a year or two, or less than a year sometimes, than it is to just continue having eczema for the rest of your life. So I say commit to it. And, you know, you could be looking at clear skin. You could be not thinking about your skin one of these days and you forget you even had eczema. So that's the goal, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.